Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Indiana Tech Esports channel. My name is Bub, and we are back for NECC placements. It is the week of NECC. Therefore, Rocket League's turn. You saw Marvel Rivals yesterday. You saw Valorant the day before. We have Rocket League today. Tomorrow, we have League of Legends. And then on Friday, still TBD. We're still waiting, I think, on NECC to release Overwatch. But for now, we got some rock. That's what they say over in OCE. I actually don't know what they call it here in North America. They call it Carball, is what they call it. It is Cleveland State to start the day. But first, let's get a look over at our players. As you see, Bluey, Resh, and Velocity all vibing out, ready to go here against Cleveland State. They were actually working through some server issues right before the start of the broadcast. We were kind of laughing behind the scenes because we were watching them try to set up a server and it was saying server couldn't be found. So it's not Rocket League if it doesn't come with its own set of IT issues, as you can see Bluey with a, slight grin on his face. But yeah, NECC placements, I believe it is best of 5. From my understanding, that is the general rule today. And we'll go from there. Same rules as you've seen all week long. It is effectively a 4-team double elimination bracket. We're either going 2-0 today, 2-1, 1-2, or 0-2. The Rocket League team is yet to lose on the season. They're 3-0 in WAC. I don't even think they've dropped a single game yet. They've done pretty well. Cleveland State, I think, is the toughest test they have had so far this season, aside from the Columbia College series, which thank you to Mr. Bepic for putting that one on. If you're in the chat, thank you. And for those who don't know, Indiana Tech's Rocket League team recently ranked 18th in the nation by the aforementioned Mr. Bepic. I'm getting called from unknown, by the way. You can cut there. You go. You see it on my watch. Get out of here, unknown. Who are you? Why are you calling me? Unreal. Unreal. Nerve of these people these days. Spam calls, everything else. I sound like a boomer. Here I am on a Twitch broadcast, and I sound like I'm 55 years old. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm waiting for the lobby to start up. I think, actually, while we're waiting for things to get started, maybe not. Wait. I might have spoke too soon. I'm seeing players join. Nope. I think we're actually going to take a quick pause. We'll be right back. Stay right there. We'll have Rocket League in just a moment. And just like that, we are underway for game number 1 between the Warriors and Cleveland State. Bluey straight into the sky, flip reset, make it 2. That's 1 stop. The rebound off the bar. That was Resh, I think. It's still there and kicked away by new controller number 1. Apparently they have 2 new controllers, by the way, Cleveland State. That's the... I guess that's how we're doing this. It is orb plus new controller plus new controller. Bluey right towards the net. Saved by new controller with a... I don't even know what to call that face. We all know that mood, though. We've all been there. Orb with the stop there on Resh. And Velocity will kick that one aside. And then sent right back by the conglomerate of new controllers. And then one of the new controllers will send it back to the backboard. I'm going to have to stop with this at some point in time. I actually don't know which player it is. I know what their roster is based off of what I see on NECC. Obviously, we don't know who it is specifically, but it's fine. We vibe. Life goes on. Best of 5, Indiana Tech and Cleveland State. This was a big rivalry last year. Cleveland State eliminated Indiana Tech. For those who remember Bluegrass Boost Battle last year, Blue with the shot on target, save made there. The rebound by Resh, flip reset, double towards the net, and a big stop there by Orb. Bluey off the sidewall. Velocity, the shot is steered aside again. That's an infield pass to Resh, and it goes to Velocity, steered aside once more. Resh will send that one towards the side. Kick back to the middle by Velocity, and back to Resh once more, but eventually Cleveland State comes away with it. It is cleared aside. Velocity pops it to Resh. He'll only get 1 touch. Orb chops it towards the net. Bluey pops it off the backboard. Orb trying to run interference. Velocity doesn't make contact, but Bluey definitely does. He also gets the boost and goes infield to Resh. And up the wall we go. Resh actually takes it away from Orb. It's on target, but kicked away by one of the new controllers. The rebound out in front for Velocity, and a big save there. Resh up the sidewall, deflected away by Orb, who goes to new controller, back to Orb, and the shot is just high. Velocity runs this one up the wall, cut down again by Cleveland State. Bluey will pop this one up. New controller is there. Bluey will steer this one aside. I almost can't take myself seriously every time I say the word new controller. This one is on target. Resh will make the save. But yes, as I was saying, Cleveland State had eliminated Indiana Tech from Bluegrass Boost Battle qualifiers at the end of the season. I think by the third qualifier in the fall last year. Indiana Tech did end up going to Bluegrass, played against Cleveland State again there, and lost. This one actually might go. Cleveland State is going to take the lead. It is Orb who will get Cleveland State on the board and get the scoring started, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a good 50 right over the top of Velocity. And with 2:19 to go, I would say this is the first time the Warriors have been at a deficit, but it's not. This is the second time the Warriors have been at a deficit on stream. We saw it against Lawrence Tech last week as well. They will be eager to bounce back. Fluey to the backboard. Velocity is there. New controller will cut that one away. And Orb is there for just a moment. Resh will steer that one aside. Velocity off the corner. Orb will clear. Bluey is back. And he's not going to get there. Excuse me. 2-0. I mean, I'm not sure. The Warriors fighting some demons here with 2:01 to go in game one. Kickoff goes to the Cleveland State side. Swing and a miss there. Velocity shot. Top right. Steered away by Orb. Resh off the corner will drop this one out in front and eventually cleared out. Velocity is there with one touch, and he will take this one out. The 50 is there. Resh will steer it up over the top of one. That is sent away. Bluey will hold on to it. He'll look to go low. It's stopped there. Orb will pop that one up. Bluey into the infield. He will look for the 50. And that is left in the midfield. The bump comes out. The net was actually open for a moment. Cleveland State actually getting the best of the Warriors here in game one. Bluey's awkward as well. He's still not making contact. It's still there, and Resh eventually comes diving back to make the save. Velocity will carry this one out. And that is steered aside by new controller number one, or number two, based on what you're seeing on the right side of the screen. Orb is there. And that new controller buff, real good here for Cleveland State. Off the corner, 1 minute remaining in game one, and Cleveland State, I mean, we knew that Cleveland State last year was up to the task for the Warriors. That is available in the middle and steered aside once more. Velocity into the middle for Resh. On target, not quite. But they are taking the Warriors to task here. Orb will clear it out. Velocity, one touch. He'll throw it on net. The bump comes out, and it goes! The Warriors on the board! It's Velocity. And we're going to need a little bit more of that with 30 seconds to go. Orb also almost makes the stop. He got a piece of it, scrambling back. 30 seconds to go here in game number one. The Warriors down by one and immediately sent back by Cleveland State. Bluey is there. He has one, doesn't get the second. Resh will boom it. And that is stopped by Cleveland State and sent right back. That is on target, but Resh off the respawn to the right side for Velocity. 15 seconds on the clock, and Velo with a whole lot of boost. He looks to fake for Bluey, doesn't even make contact. And now Resh will look one to the side for Velo. He doesn't make contact with no boost. Popped up once more by Cleveland State. Resh on target off the pipe. The rebound drops. And Cleveland State takes game one by a score of 2-1. You get a look at your stats here, and yikes. A wake-up call for the Warriors here in game one. This is the first time they've trailed a series, I think, in an official match this season. We'll see how they figure things out as we go. If there's anything we know about Bluey, Velocity, and Resh, is they do not like losing. And Resh with the ever so slight grin on his face. Is he on his phone? Is he on his phone? He is 100% on his phone. Velocity too. Guys, lock in. Lock in. You just lost game one. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Man. These guys, you lose game one. And you're scrolling through Twitter. Here I am, a low GC2 peak talking to players who could beat me on KBM. No, that's not a figure of speech. They literally have beat me 1v1 on KBM. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're going into game number 2 between the Warriors and Cleveland State. A fresh 5 on the clock and a fresh chance for the Warriors to get back in this series. It is Bluey right off the kickoff. Flip reset. He'll use it. It is popped up there by Orb and Resh. With the flip reset, uses it immediately. Orb is there off the backboard, and he will hold. Velocity gets the 50 into the middle. Bluey chips it high, gets demoed for his sins there. That will actually pop middle again. Resh with not enough boost in the tank to really do much with it. Cleared immediately by Cleveland State. Bluey maybe looking for velocity in the air. He'll chip it further. Orb, no boost in the tank. Will send it right back where it came from. And Bluey will also return to center. He finds Resh to the backboard for the double! And it just drops out in front. An opportunity early for the Warriors just doesn't go. And Bluey will look to the side for Resh once more. He goes up the sidewall. He'll hold. There's a flip. He goes for another. Looks for the double again. Velocity the rebound, and the Warriors have the lead. And it looks like they've locked in for just a moment. Resh to Velocity. It is 1-0. Resh from the corner off the kickoff. Lobo is there. I see Cleveland State has finally specified at least which one of them is. One is Lobo, who, yeah, we knew Lobo was back for Cleveland State. I don't remember off the top of my head who the third is for Cleveland State. That is potted on net and in, by the way. Lobo will just do what Lobo does best and burn the Warriors. He did that a lot last year, too. In case you missed things. That is just... Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, never mind. I'm going to ignore that ever happened, and life's going to go on. 3:42 to go. Goes to the far side here for Resh. And he's going to pinch this one straight across, but it's read by Orb. Bluey is there. He'll send it right back out to midfield, and it's sent high. Bluey will hold on to it, and it is chipped out. Velocity maybe looking upfield for Bluey. Bluey dropping maybe back down for Velocity, but Orb is there. He'll get up over the top of Resh. And now Velocity tasked with defending. The double there by Lobo is not enough. And eventually cleared back out by the Warriors, but only for a moment. Lobo not able to get the read. It is chipped on target, though. Bluey will make the save. And he'll eventually get the clearance. Resh, does he have the redirect? He does, but it's not on target. And Orb will send it back out. Bluey looking to go solo, gets the 50. Resh will play it back for Velocity, who pops it high. And Cleveland State looking to Orb. Back up into the midfield again. Lobo, the shot deflected away by Velocity. Now Resh. Musty. No. Holds. Goes low. Looking for the bump. Bluey. There's the demo. But the shot not on target. Resh will get the 50, and Orb will chase this one down. Velocity is there. He'll get that touch, and then Bluey will send it right back out again. As one touch from Lobo, Resh is there. There's the 50. And Bluey will send this one towards the Cleveland State end. Orb is there. He'll have one. Velocity will look to cut this one off and does promptly that. He goes underneath. Tries to cut to the middle. Cut away again by Cleveland State. And again, now Resh this time taking the ball off. The Warriors are, well, they're playing a little bit too slow for my liking. But again, I am not a coach. Used to be, but definitely not for these players. Velocity's going to fake the double. Bluey the shot. And it's steered away. There's another shot off the bar. Still available. And cleared out by Cleveland State. Now another centering play by Resh. Velocity is there. Still available. Bluey called in. He'll look across for Resh. And it's steered aside once more. Velocity. He'll throw one on target. Never mind. Just a little bit wide. And Orb will find clearance. Cleveland State starved for boost. Resh up over the top. Velocity the 50. Still there. Orb struggling for space. Still on the goal line. And eventually it does find its way back out. But Cleveland State gasping for air. Orb the only one with boost, and he's got to burn it. Velocity will play it off the sidewall. Warriors keep the pressure on. Bluey towards the net. Finally, Cleveland State getting at least a little bit of boost, but still pressure on. Resh flip towards the middle. It's still there, and it goes. It's Velocity again. And Cleveland State succumbs to the pressure. 67 seconds to go in game number 2. And the Warriors up by 1. Now 1 minute to go. That's a shot off the bar. Bluey will play this one high. Still available though. He'll fall back on it. Orb read it but missed. Now Cleveland State has an odd man advantage here, but Resch ends up cutting it off. 30 boost in the tank. What can the Frenchman do here? He'll musty it up over the top of Lobo. It's still there! Bluey's on the board, and it's 3-1. A little French magic for the veteran. Feels weird to call Bluey a veteran, by the way. Let me just ruin that clip. Resch will win that. Bluey's there off the ceiling, and he'll move it towards the net. Orb is there. He'll cut that one down by simply standing there and letting the ball hit him. Velocity plays that one to the middle. Resch is there, and Velo will play it off the corner once more, and the 50 will find its way out in front. Lobo will get demoed for his sins of simply trying to play against the Indiana Tech Warriors. Resch with the 50 and a bump. The final 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, I have some good news. This series is tied. We will see a game 4, and your final score will be 3-1 in favor of the Warriors. That does it. A nice bounce back for the Warriors here as we keep going. As you see, Resch had 3 assists. He had a fantastic game setting up his teammates. Bluey with 1 goal, Velocity with 2. Lobo had the lone goal for Cleveland State. How about Orb, by the way? 6 saves! 6! Hey, they're not on their phones this time. They're vibing. They're locked in. They are locked. Resch still has like a mild smirk on his face, but they're I think fun time is over. I think they understand a little bit of what they're up against now. Game number 3 underway. The kickoff goes straight back to the Cleveland State end. Oh, Bluey was going for the demo instead of the ball. He'll play it back to Velo. He goes for the 50. Bluey will actually fake it out, and he'll let Resch go. What does he have in store? He goes for the bump, but there's no one there on the follow. And it's cleared out. Bluey goes high, and Orb will have the follow. Sent back by Cleveland State. Resch with a flip sends it to the side. Now Bluey off the corner gets 2 touches. Orb is there, but this is awkward for Cleveland State. The 50 right to Resch. He missed. Oh, it came on a little too hot. And now a flick from Orb is high, but Velo plays it right over to Resch. And the big clear all the way back the other way. It is Lobo. He's got 1. He'll look to keep going, but he's got no boost. He'll just fake it out for Orb, who eventually takes over, and he'll demo Velocity too. But they are forced to play it back. So the pressure kind of falls for the moment, but they do keep possession until now. Resch on target, steered away by the Cleveland State defense. Dropped down in front, they stopped it themselves. Resch going for the bump, ends up saving his own teammate's shot. A golden chance for the Warriors to really get something going. The bump comes out on the back line. Velocity scrambles to make the save. Cleveland State hanging with the Warriors here early in game 3. Orb, back pass out in front, and Bluey stood tall. And now it's Resch. Flip reset in hand. Just selects for the 50 off the quick chow. Now here comes Cleveland State back the other way. Bluey put a hand up. Resch off the demo, has an open net. He'll miss. He'll try and pinch it, but it pops high, and he's going to run out of time. Orb got back. Opportunity there for the Warriors on the counterattack. Now it's Bluey off the ceiling. Flip, drop down for Velo off the post. Resch with the low shot steered aside. Now Bluey up the left wall. This will find its way out in front. Goes for the 50 off the ground. Finds his way back to Velo in midfield. Off the ceiling, Velo to the right side for Resch, gets the 50. Cleveland State just not giving any space for the Warriors, even though they want it. Bluey wins 1 chow. That's 1 touch for Cleveland State. Bluey just pops it right back out in front of the net. Orb and Lobo both respond. And Cleveland State will send it back out. Resch will move this one out on the left side. Does get demoed for his sins. And Lobo is there. He'll hold it in his corner. Tries to slow this game down just a little bit. Orb does beat Resch. He's got low boost. He will lose possession. That 50 is actually up over the top of Lobo. So now he's just forced to play a defensive 50 in his own midfield. He does get a good one, and then the Warriors get a second one on the follow. Now Resch with the low 50. Cleveland State trying to find some space. We are still scoreless despite the opportunities that we have seen here in game number 3. And that's a good fake in the corner. Again, Resch going for the demos. I think the message is clear for the Warriors. Physical. Very, very physical. Velocity. Off the corner. Lobo is there. Both teams... I don't think Cleveland State is going for as many bumps as the Warriors are, but the Warriors definitely trying to grind this to a halt and then use open space. There it goes! I don't know how Bluey got it, but Velocity put it there. Off the ceiling, the second touch just drops right into Bluey's hands. And with 88 seconds to go. The Warriors up by 1. Oh, and the kickoffs. Oh, no. Oh, I think we're fine here. Oh, no! Orb is not going to be able to put it in. What is with the Warriors and kickoffs, man? They have not... I almost feel like they do it to scare me at this point. It feels like an ongoing, like, sick joke. Lobo will move this one back. It is on the near pipe. Velocity, he's not going to be able to make contact. Now the physicality coming up for Cleveland State. Here in the final minute, though. Orb gets demoed. That's popped back out, but right into open space for Velocity. Orb did spawn same side, so the space is going to run out here. Resch will hold. Lobo, actually a good pass into the middle. We're tied. Wow. Cleveland State with the response. It is Lobo to the other new controller. I still don't know who their third is. One with 40 seconds on the clock. Midfield, the Warriors actually have a chance here. That's a good look! And it's 2-1! "24 seconds to go. It is Lobo. Orb is there. That's left behind. Louis will send it back. Resch off the corner for the double. He just couldn't get it. And the Warriors will walk away here with a 2-1 victory. They do find a way. And they lead the series by the same score in which they won this game. It was Velocity with the difference maker in the end. And again, Cleveland State standing tall in their defensive end. The new controller, who I still don't know who it is. I am actively doing the research. I believe it is Cipricate. I think that's their third. That's the other player who's checked in on NECC. So I'm going to call him Cipricate. And if it's not Cipricate, well, then change your name to what it actually is. The players are emotionless. They're locked in. And we are too. We're going to game 4 in just a second once someone joins up. There we go. Game number 4 on the way. It is Lobo off the backboard. And it goes up over the top of Velocity. Lobo into the middle, Velocity to the right side. That is new controller with, I said I was going to call him Cipricate, and I immediately went back to new controller. My producer's giving me a smirk across the desk, by the way. God, this guy doesn't remind me about things. He just kind of sits there. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. He can't say anything anyways. If he does, the mic would pick it up, and then it'd probably be very funny to hear it back in real time. Resh looking infield for velocity. The shot steered aside there. That time, I think it was actually Cipricate. And now Resh off the backboard again. The Warriors looking to press the attack. And Lobo will only have one touch. Velocity off the ceiling. Got the double. It's still on the goal line. And Bluey pounds it home. 3:58 to go. And the Warriors do find a way here. Velocity with this beautiful second touch. Bluey with the follow. Right back to Resh off the kickoff. And Velocity will hold for a moment. Resh is there. That 50 drops right down in front, but Bluey able to cut off anything there. It goes right back to the backboard again. Velo looking. He's got Resh on his side, but it's cut off by Orb. And now Bluey. It's cut off in midfield. Resh from his backboard. Velo is there. Will hold, and he'll look for the bump, but Cipricate able to cut that one off, and then Orb takes over. Cleveland State looking to do some damage. Bluey is there. Lobo with 1. Lobo with 2. Lobo with 3. It goes back into the corner, and then with 4, right back out of the corner again. Orb, he'll pop it to the middle. Bluey is there. He'll send it right back out again. That is Cipricate moving it back. Velocity. He's got Resh across, but he's low boost. That'll just call Lobo in, who actually swings and misses. And now Bluey cuts it off. He's got 2 touches to the middle. It's actually in. Bluey showing up out of nowhere here. And just gets a corner read. And nobody from Cleveland State's prepared. Hello? I mean, we take those. Let's be real, chat. Let's be real. We take those. Bluey will look for a third. Unfortunately, Cleveland State is not me playing Rocket League. These guys are a lot better than me. I would let that go in. But that's because I'm bad at video games. That's why I'm behind a mic. This one is not on target, but it's off the backboard. Lobo is there. He'll get 1 touch. Bluey gets the 50, and Velocity has 1. Velocity actually has 2. It's on target, and it goes! 3-0 your score. And the Warriors, man, they had us in the first half. I guess the first quarter? Producer, what would we call that? Because this would have been 4 games. He's shaking his head no. He's not used to me trying to break the 4th wall yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's early in the year. Resh is going to play this one off the backboard. Velocity will watch this one go over his head off the 50, and Orb will move this one back. Bluey is there. He'll send it back. Velocity will drop this one down looking for Resh. And it will find its way back to him in midfield. He'll pop it. Velocity on the follow. And it finds its way for Bluey. He's going to look for his third. It's cut off by Cipricate. Lobo with 1 touch. Velocity sends it back. He'll look for something. Cut off by Orb on the 50. Wasn't really sure what the idea was. Maybe it simply was just the 50. Maybe it was the friends we made along the way. Lobo with the 50. Resh is there. He'll get the 50 again. Looking for Velocity in the infield. Velocity, a rare miss, but I mean, responding with that, you know what? I would say I would shut my mouth, but I'm pretty sure my job is to not do that right now. So I'm going to keep yapping, and then the players will yell at me after the stream. Resh will move this one back out as Cleveland State looks to press the attack again. We're in the final minute of Game 4, and what looked like a mildly scary start to the series. The Warriors came away with a pretty comfortable lead here in this last minute of the game. It's obviously not over, but it definitely feels like if Cleveland State doesn't get one like 30 seconds ago, this is likely done. Resh into the air. He is going to go underneath. He's going to pop it over Reciprocate. Lobo will steer this one to the side, and he will get the second touch as well. 30 seconds to go. Bluey will almost certainly end this one by sending it to Resh. Never mind. It'll be Velocity who ends it by scoring his second. And a 4-0 lead for the Warriors with 23 seconds on the clock. And for those who were here last year, you remember how big a win over Cleveland State was, especially towards the end of the year. This is big. I mean, this is a good win. This is a good win. This is a good team. Do not discount Cleveland State at all. Bluey will look for the fifth. It's not gonna happen. The Warriors are gonna come away with a 3-1 series win lead. It's definitely not a lead. It's a win. They won't get the fifth. It does not matter. 3-1 your series score to end the first series here on the NECC placement stream. And that does it, at least for now. You see the scoreboard here, Velocity with 2 goals, Bluey with 2 as well. Lobo put up 4 saves, Reciprocate put up 2 as well. Cleveland State stood really strong on their defense. Unfortunately, the Warriors never stopped pressing. Like, ever. They just simply wouldn't stop. I have nothing else really to add other than that. The Warriors are 1-0. We await their opponent. I think the result's still pending. I am checking live, waiting for NECC's website to load. If you know, you know. It takes a hot minute. Oh, we do have a result because the other game actually was a forfeit. They're playing IU. IU, I don't know their roster. I'm going to do some research off stream. Actually, I'm not going to do some research off stream. It is, for those who know, Chippy, who is the sub/manager/ he does a lot of stuff for the A team now. He's the roommate of Velocity and Resh as well. They're going to play some of his good friends, Pablo, Mist, and Coda, if that is the 3 that are playing. But for now, we're going to take a quick break. We'll get everything reset, shuffled, and we'll settle things down for just a moment. But don't go far, because the Warriors are about to take on, we're about to go into the Battle of Indiana. I can't speak. I'm excited. We'll be back in just a moment. See you guys here soon. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the Battle of Indiana? Well, one of them. It's not the Battle of Indiana. It is a Battle of Indiana. It is Indiana Tech versus IU. Game number 1. It is Bluey, Resh, and Velocity versus Coda, Mist, and Pablo. And Resh immediately towards the net. Bluey to the backboard. Never mind. Bluey is playing with Simulator. Mist will leave it behind for Pablo, who goes towards the net. Velocity is there. He will make a save, miss the rebound, steered aside by Resh, and Bluey will find the clear. Pablo is there. This will go into the infield. A good bump there on Velocity from, that had to have been Coda. Resh will play this one up. Bluey looking for the touch. Not quite there. And Velocity will play this one back into the infield. He's going to go for the bump on Pablo, but the ball goes backwards. And now Mist. Cut off by Resh. And Pablo will just go high. Maybe looking for the follow. It is cut down by Velocity. He's got Resh on the right side. He's there. I think he's got a flip. He's definitely got one now. He goes low. And Bluey stopped there by the IU defense. It is Velocity to the infield for Resh. Stopped by Mist. And now Bluey to the right wall. What can Bluey do? Just a little air dribble. Steered away easily. A centering pass there by Resh. Deflected away by the IU defense. A quick counter and a simple save for Bluey. Velocity to the left side for Resh. Read by Pablo. Coda will send it to the backboard. Resh is there. Bluey ends up taking it though. And Coda will play this one off the corner. Velocity lets it go for a moment. He'll pop it. That's awkward. And IU is on the board. Oops. That's a mistake. Bluey off the right wall. He'll leave it for Velocity. Ceiling pinch to the backboard. Bluey is there. Off the bar again. Resh off the pipe. Still available and stopped on the goal line by IU. Coda will send it to the backboard. And it will eventually find its way back to Bluey with some space in the air, but he's going to get cut down by Pablo. Velocity next in line. He'll go to the right. That's cut down. Resh going backwards. Bluey will send. Pablo's there. And it finds a 50. Back to Velocity. He'll send it to Resh, who goes high. Is he still on this? He is. It goes to the ceiling. And Resh is stuck on the post, ladies and gentlemen. If you saw that, well, you saw that. Coda will take it. He'll hold. And eventually he has to get rid of it. Bluey with about the same amount of boost as Coda had will eventually give it to Resh, and back we go. It is Bluey. A demo on the back line forces Pablo to send it all the way around. 2 touches. And Velocity is there. That just gets sent back. Resh to the right side. Coda has 1, looking for 2. Gets the 50 on Bluey. Missed. Has 1 and 2 touches. Velocity will look upfield for Bluey. Won't get it, but Velocity will keep going. There's a demo. Coda will get 1 touch. Resh with a huge 50. Coda gets the second beat, though, and the Warriors back on their own half. Resh with 1 touch. Flip reset in hand. Might have a second. I don't think he got it, actually. He does continue to hound the ball down, though. Coda with 1, and the follow follows. Yep. Resh is there. He's cut off. Velocity will look to the side for Bluey. It's just a little bit too far for him. Bluey does get demoed for his sins of playing Rocket League today. We've all been there. We've all done it. You live, you learn. I would say we get better, but most of us just keep playing. So do we really get better? Do we? I guess the ones that stop playing Rocket League do get better. Bluey, I think the net's actually open. It wasn't. This is why I'm casting and not playing, because I don't see these things. Those who have played with me in chat know. I saw Kamikaze in chat. By the way, Tech, yeah, except for when you're playing us. I see you. Good to see you again. It is Velocity. He's got Bluey in the infield. Pablo is there. He'll look to cut it down. Velocity will see this one from his own midfield, and it's 50'd away by missed. Coda is there. Velocity will see from his own end, and Resh with the 50. It's just too far for Bluey. Man, the Warriors in game 1. This is very similar to how we saw game 1 go against Cleveland State as well. This 50 will go back. Coda with 1 touch. Bluey will look for Velocity. It is there. Velocity looking for the bumps. Double commit on the defense for IU. Pablo is there. Final 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. If the Warriors are going to tie this game, they've got to do it now, but that rolling ball will not do them any favors, and Coda will look to ice it. Bluey sends it, but he sends it right into the ground, and IU takes game 1 by a score of 1-0. And we've seen this before. Pablo with the lone goal. 6 saves as well. I'll give the Warriors credit. The trend is still the same. They are keeping the pressure on. I mean, plenty of shots. Plenty. They're just not finding the back of the net. Just not happening. Yet. But we've seen NECC placements have been, I'll say, relatively challenging. In some capacity. Our rivals team had absolutely no problems yesterday. Our Valorant team, who looked good last time they were streamed, also had some challenges. So maybe it's just the trend of not being on the debut. I also see when you stop playing Rocket League, your mental goes up. Can confirm, but I don't think I'm allowed to say that since I'm casting. You know what does make my mental go up? Seeing Resh Mode score. It's 1-0. It took 9 seconds. Pablo returning the favor of game 1. We take those. We take those. 4:51 to go in game 2. And the Warriors have to leave Velocity off the ceiling, looking to make it to that crossbar. Might know the Warriors better than it knows NRG. Or I guess the more recent meme would be, I guess, K-Corp? I guess K-Corp hit the crossbar more at Worlds this year than NRG did. Although NRG still, oh no. I need to, oh no. Look away. Anyways. Resh, can we get that one right back? Almost. Coda and Pablo combine to send that back to midfield. Bluey looking for Resh. He's going to drop it back down to Velo. He'll go off the backboard and wide. Pablo looking infield for Mist. He'll go high. Bluey with one touch. Pablo with 100 boost in the tank. Flippery set in hand. Goes low. And Velocity sends it back. It is Coda. The IUN Bluey is there. He'll go into the infield. A bunch of demos come out. Resh is there. It's right at Mist. Bluey pops it. Resh is there again. It's off target. Mist able to clear it away. Bluey is there, keeping the pressure on again. Flicks it towards the middle. The 50. It's right out in the middle, but no one there. And Pablo gets around Velocity. Oh no. Oh no. Two-one IU. This is getting tough. It's yeah, this is yikes. Bluey, can we get something back here? It finds its way down for Resh. He'll play it high. Mist is there. Resh will send it back. Pablo, Velocity on target. Nope, the crossbar again. Warriors in the crossbar. Name a better duo. I'll wait. Bluey is there. Velocity takes the free ball. He will look for the shot. Pablo the save. Resh will pot it back. Coda will watch one teammate go. Velocity will send it towards the middle again. Pablo is there. A demo comes out. Bluey, infield cut off by Mist. And now Velocity off the ceiling. Keeps it there. Tries for the bump on Pablo. Still nothing. Velocity. There's another shot, and it got through for a moment. But still cut away by the IU defense. And where Cleveland State couldn't stop the Warriors when it came to the pressure, IU is breaking out. Velocity drops for Bluey. The shot stopped by Mist. Resh into Velocity, cut down by Coda. Bluey. Coda will pop this one up. Mist to the sidewall. It'll go infield, and again Pablo to the side. Velocity is there. He'll go around one. Looks to keep it moving. Mist. Again steering it aside. The Warriors have no answers, ladies and gentlemen. IU is taking the Warriors to task as well. We saw Cleveland State do well. Resh, he's going to let this one go. Bluey's shot, not even on target. The rebound's still there. And it goes back. Pablo will look for a shot. It's not there. Velocity. Flip reset. Uses it. It's on target. And again, a save by IU's defense. That time it was Coda. 1 minute to go in game two. Still fighting, though. It's the Warriors on attack again. Missed. Still looking for anything. Resh. Infield. Velocity cut down by Mist. It's not fast enough. Bluey with no boost in the tank. It's going to 50 its way all the way back to Coda. This ball is free. Resh rattles this one around front. Pablo's there. Louis going to take it. Go infield, but again, cut down by IU. This is another pass cross field. IU reads it again, this time off the backboard. Pablo shuts it down. One last gasp for the Warriors here. Who's going to go? Velocity cut down again. And Mist will try and ground it. Nobody challenges it, and the Warriors will lose game 2. 2-1, your final score. And now they have to do a reverse sweep. They have put themselves in the worst situation imaginable here, folks. This is tough. This is tough. They have made this difficult, or they're trying to take another 10 years off my life. Bluey knows a thing or two about doing that to me. We'll see as we go later into this series. But as for now, yeah, this is the reality we're looking at, folks. The Warriors are down 2-0 to IU, and again, credit to IU. They have stood strong in their own end. They are not making mistakes, and we'll see if that trend continues going in to game number 3. One game at a time. The Warriors have got to find a way back, or there will be a third game tonight. Bluey with the 50 on Mist off the kickoff. Velocity. And again, this is where things have been tough for the Warriors. Coda denied that time. Bluey will pop it infield, cut down by Mist. And Velocity's there. He's got one. He'll get a second. Coda will be up next for IU. Bluey cuts it down. And now Velocity will scream upfield. A demo in the back line. Pops up another demo for IU. But Pablo coming back again. The one man that wasn't removed was the one that led the counter. Mist will send it to the side. Pablo just grabbed the boost. Resh is there. Goes right to Pablo. And Bluey will leave one for Velocity. He'll go to the backboard. Drops down. Cleared away by Mist. And now Resh. This will have one. And Bluey will send it to the side. Velocity's there on the left wall. He'll look infield for Bluey. He gets the second touch, but again, cut down. Resh is there. There's a 50, won by IU, but Velocity on the follow. Coda. He's got one. Mist looking for anything here. He'll just get one touch. And then he gets demoed by Velocity. The Warriors do come back the other way here. Bluey to Resh, the bump, and there's a goal! Just what the doctor ordered. It is Resh from Bluey, and assist well earned by clearing the way. 3:37 to go in game 3. And a 1-0 lead. Bluey off the kickoff. Pops it high. Resh off the corner read. Back to the middle again. Looking for the bump. Got Coda. And Mist will wait for Velocity, who actually takes a little bit longer than intended. Now looking to go up over the top of Pablo. Another bump on the back line. Bluey hits the bar. Resh is there. He'll throw one on. Mist sends it high. The Warriors with another good look. Now it's Velocity looking to do it himself. Gets it around one, but Pablo is there. It was also wide, and Mist not able to keep that one going. Velocity with one. Bluey into the corner. Mist will hold. That's all he's got. Velocity off the near post. Pablo sends it out. That'll get sent high. Resh demoed. And Bluey will send it back. Up back once more, Velocity. Again, a big demo still available on the backboard. I mean, the Warriors' strategy has been very clear. Between series, nothing has really changed. Be physical. Look for the solo play. Look for the bump. Try to clear the way for the next man up. The problem is when a team plays this. So what a save by Resh. That was a seeing eye shot by, I believe, Mist. Or Pablo, rather. But that one does go in. IU does find the equalizer. And again, it's plays in front of the Warriors net. It's another 50. Two minutes to go. A tie game. And this one drops out in front. Velocity's shot stopped. Missed with a high pop off the sidewall. Resch to the backboard. Bluey will follow. Pablo will clear. He will follow with little boost. That is all he's going to have. Velocity to the left side. Mist will run some interference here. Velo to the right side. Again looking for bumps. Nobody commits for IU. And Resch to the backboard. Cut down by Coda. Velo is there. Bluey to the backboard. Missed. That's all he has. And Bluey will play that one to the middle. Coda cut down. And now Velo looking to try and get something going, but he has no boost. Resch will move this one back. That's a 50. And another pop. And he goes low. And he keeps going. And eventually Pablo does answer. Velocity gets pinched by the ball, but does work it around Pablo. I don't think he's going to get back to Mist, though. Mist keeps it close to the ceiling. Works it out into the corner. Final minute of game 3. And IU looking for the dagger. And a big stop there by Velocity. Coda. That's a 50 out in front. Bluey. Velocity fakes it, but it's wide. Pablo is there. Still there. Resch pops it high. Bluey is up, rather. 30 seconds and a 1-1 tie. And Mist will work that one out in front. Resch cuts it down. A 50 from Pablo. And Velo back the other way, up over the top of Coda. Resch is there. The net was open! And they can't capitalize. Final 10. Another 50 out in front. The Warriors look to lead the counter again. Velo, the bump, and a save by Mist. Bluey, flip reset. What does he have? Absolutely nothing. Overtime. And Velocity on the left side. Mist will take it away off the ceiling. He's still got the flip. Resch cuts it down. Pablo works it back. A 50 for Velocity. Mist to the backboard. He makes no contact. Coda over the top of Bluey. Velocity, he has one. Bluey pops it further. Pablo is there. Resch is up. He has one. He has two. Has the flip. Up over the top. Pablo's there. Bluey for the rebound. And it's just off the near post. Resch is there, but he's only got one. Pablo will pop it high. Missed off the ceiling. The follow. Bluey gets the 50. Velo, he's got Bluey to his right, tries to do it himself. Pablo cuts it down. Resch, drop down in front. Does he have it? It's still there on the goal line. Velo tries and Pablo cuts it down. Another attempt stopped by Mist. Velocity to the backboard. A bump comes out. Bluey the shot. Saved by Coda. We keep going. Velo is there. Pablo clears it out. Bluey over the top of one. Gets demoed. Resch is there. Gets one. The follow goes back. Bluey awkward by the bump. Velocity takes it. Coda cuts it off. And Bluey's awkward. Velo got back in time. Missed the shot. Bluey will allow Velocity to go. And now it's IU with the pressure. Missed on target right at Bluey though. And Resch with the demo will alleviate that pressure. That 50 goes right in front. Mist is there. Bumps coming out for either side now. Velocity will pop it. Mist just looks to play it back to Pablo. Cut off by Resch. Velo's there. Around one. Oh, and it pops back out. It's cursed. It won't go. Every time it looks like it will, it doesn't. Velo back the other way. Mist in the air will have one. Resch is there. Bluey with one. He'll look for more. The 50 goes IU's way. And behind Mist off the second one. Resh off the ceiling. He doesn't get the read, but he forces Mist into an awkward spot. He'll just look for the 50. Bluey gets 1 and 2, but it's up over the top of him. Velo will have 1, and Pablo the clear. We keep going. IU on the verge of a huge upset. Coda drops it down. Bluey will steer it aside for the moment. IU keeps the press on. Pablo looking for the dagger. And it's just wide. Velocity helped it. Missed with the bump. The follow not there for IU, but Velo cuts it wide. And then he'll clear. Pablo sends it back. Bluey loses the 50. Resh with the 50 out in front. Coda leaves it for Mist. And a huge stop in front. I'm not sure who made contact. It doesn't matter. And Velocity finds the clear. Folks, we are about to get, we're approaching 2 for 1 here in game 3. Velocity from his own left side, left corner. 100 boost. Gets 1 touch. Got the bump. Bluey looking for the double. Bang! We keep going. It took 4:04. 9 minutes and 4 seconds of game time for 3 goals between these two teams. Oh my goodness. Are you not entertained? Man. I'm out of words, folks. I am out of words. Out of words. We're going to game 4. That was survival, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the players need a moment to breathe, but they looked fine. They looked calm. I don't know what we're witnessing. I don't know what we're witnessing. Yeah, DJ, I see you in chat. Yeah, I'm losing my mind, if you can't tell. Oh, my goodness. I'm curious. There's no way. My watch is saying my heart rate's at 70 BPM. Can we get a pulse monitor for the next stream? Like a heart rate monitor? I need one. Doesn't matter. We stopped for nothing. Game 4 underway. IU again. Another shot at the upset. The Warriors just looking to keep the night going. Velocity. A shot on target. Steered aside by Coda. It is Resh. Left behind. Velocity. Stopped by Mist and clear. Resh to the right side. He's got Velo. It's high. The rebound is steered aside by Mist. Bluey has it. Mist will send it. It'll be Velocity looking right side, but Pablo cuts it off. It's a bad pass. That burned the Warriors early in the series. Not this time. This might burn IU. It's not in. Velocity off the ceiling. Stays out for now. Bluey off the near pipe. That's straight to Resh. And Mist is there for the save. Pablo is there. Resh, a double flip. Stays there. Bluey now will hold. Out in front, but Pablo cuts it down. Stood tall with no boost in the tank. And to the left side we go for Resh. To the backboard. Resh has the double lined up. And there it goes. The Warriors with a 1-0 lead. It's the Frenchmen. With 3:44 to go. But certainly isn't enough. Right off the kickoff, IU pressing. Velocity takes control. The net is open, ladies and gentlemen. Pablo can't get back. The lead is doubled. This time it's the Englishman. Just keeps control off the overcommit from Coda. It'll go back to Bluey off the kickoff. He'll keep it moving. Got bumped off, but I think that was all he had anyways. Resh will play it back into his own corner. I thought from that angle, it looked like Pablo might have had the read for a moment. He didn't. Velocity, keeping it going? No, he didn't have any more. Resh is there. Pablo with 1, Bluey the 50. And Velocity will, I think, just let it go. Yeah, he'll play it back middle, but oh no, Bluey will go. That's the bar again, by the way. Resh will, I think, defer this one for someone else. Yeah, he will, but no one else committing quite yet. Coda moves it back. Pablo looking for the cut. It'll waterfall down, but Resh will send it out. Looking for the outlet left side for Velocity. He won't find it. Instead, he'll move it himself on the second try. Instead, Mist is there. And Coda. They'll send it out. That shot on target. Velocity with a nice save. Mist will hold, and it will go to the left side for Resh. We'll just send it out. Coda looking for the outlet left side for Pablo. He's got the ceiling. Does he have the second? He doesn't, but a couple demos for IU. Means they will hold possession for now. Resh will move that one in front. Bluey's there for the shot. The save and the rebound goes wide. Velocity slowing it down. Looking for another bump. This time Pablo up over the top of it. F50 goes out middle. Resh is there, and it will go straight to the IU corner. Mist is there. Has nothing. Keeps going. A bump coming for IU, but Bluey up over the top of it sends it. Maybe looking up for Velocity. He will go. He'll find the bar again. Bluey will not have much more. It will stay in midfield. Mist is there. Will get sent back by the Warriors. Front right corner is there for Resh. He's up. He'll look for another double this time. Cut down by Mist. Velocity with 1 touch and gets bumped off. And Resh will steer that one aside. Comes back to the Warrior end, but Bluey is there. $1:18 to go here in game number 3, and what has been significantly better for my stress levels. That shot is wide. Don't be fooled. Resh will play this one high. And, well, high enough to get it up over to Coda. And then get the demo as well. Just ran out of flip timer, but the 50 drops down for Velocity, who will play the safe 50. And Coda will look to work this one out. 40 seconds to go. And again, I can actually exhale for a moment, I feel like. I don't know how long that moment is going to be. Because like I said, if the Warriors do win this, we have another 5 minutes in what has been a war in this series. I mean, and Bluey is going to make it 3-0, by the way. So likely the dagger here in game number 4. This is the best the Warriors have looked in this series. Definitely the most comfortable I think they've been. But IU, I mean, I don't know how many times I need to say it. I mean, no matter how this series ends, if they do end up securing the series win, props to them. They came to play, man. They came to play. Game 5 coming to a Twitch stream near you. Don't go far. There we go. I would say breathe, but nothing is safe right now. Absolutely nothing. Another 5 saves on the board for Mist. Velocity put up 5 saves himself, a goal apiece for each of the Warriors. And 2 assists, 1 for Velocity and 1 for Resh. They don't look like they're nervous. At least not to me. They look like they're ready. I have one simple question for you. Everyone in the chat. Boone, I see your message. It was 3-1 Indiana Tech. Are you ready? Are you? Because we are underway for game number 5. The Warriors and IU, the Hoosiers. Into the Indiana Tech corner we go. Velocity on the warpath, back up front again. Bluey will have one touch. He gets the 50 coming back down from the ceiling. Resh gets beat. Velocity from the backboard will make the save. And a couple bumps come out. Chaos on its way to a Rocket League pitch near you. Brought to you by Kodameister, I believe it was. Resh is there. He will play it off the corner. Gets the flip. Plays it out in front. Steered aside by Mist and Pablo, who... Pablo, the latter, gets the second touch. Coda will pop it. Mist will follow. But Resh will find Velocity, who will throw it on target. And it will go! And the Warriors are up 1-0. Yeah, no problem, Boone. Anytime. .412 to go. And no, in case anyone's wondering, no, I don't feel safe. And yes, I do have some gray hairs that are on the way. They may already be here because they did this to me last year too, just a different roster. If you know, you know. Mist will send this one back. Bluey is there. Velocity will watch this one from his own corner. Just gets one touch to keep it out wide for now. Resh, actually Pablo plays it to the middle. There's a pre-flip from Mist. The shot deflected away by Bluey. And Velocity will send it back. Coda is there. He has one touch, drops down, and I think it's Resh. Actually, he'll defer to Bluey. Looking for the corner, double out in front. Resh is there. The bump actually might have saved a goal. The team bump from IU got them out in front of the ball. And now Velocity just looking to keep it in the attack. Resh looking for Bluey, but the pass a little bit off. Now they play it back to Resh. What happened? Who's watching the man behind? It's 2-0. We caught IU napping. .311 to go. And a 2-0 Warrior lead. It is Coda. And Mist is there. That is bumped high. Velocity will send it out. And now, at least for a moment, it feels like, it's about to be 3-0 if not Pablo coming back and keeping his team in this series. Resh will go for the flip. Bluey, now it's 3-0. The Warriors have finally arrived. It took them a long while in this series. But they are handily in control here about halfway through Game 5. And again, I do not want to discredit IU on the performance they have put up here. They have played incredibly well. DJ TJ, I saw you in chat. These boys better be ranked if you're still here. I better see some love for these guys. I'll be watching your guys' next podcast. I think you guys had one tonight, if I remember right. I'll be watching the next. I better see some love for the IU boys, because, man, they deserve it. That's a shot on target, by the way. Resh will steer it aside. And Resh will send it up to Velocity. That will get popped out in front. Mist is there. Only got the slightest of touches, and Pablo will work to send this one back. Final 100 seconds of the series. We are moments away from the Warriors, albeit in a very nervy fashion. They are moments away from going 2-0. Resh looking to make it 4. That was promptly denied. Pablo will look for Coda. Actually, he'll go off the ceiling and try and do it himself. Now Coda will shoot. Velocity will make the save. Missed. The rebound will go. It is 3-1. And everybody, let's pump the brakes for a moment. Myself included. Although I do nothing better than make a fool out of myself here on this desk. And I guess on various caster desks. I've done that pretty well in various locations before. It's 4-1. Resh, I would say the dagger, but the dagger was probably goal number 2. The big moment in this series was that 9-minute long game. Kami, we will wait and find out. Whether I do or don't. If I don't, I went out having the time of my life. I will just say that much. I went out doing what I love. It is Resh who will send this one to the side. Velocity is there. It's steered away for now. He'll send it out once more. Maybe looking for the 5th. Mist is there. 20 seconds away. That's a shot just wide. 16 seconds away. And the Warriors, we can say it now. IU might get one here. They won't. It's a reverse sweep, ladies and gentlemen, over IU. But man, was it content. They do find a way. 3-2, your final series score. And man, I mean, that, I don't know how we're going to beat that series. It's going to be a while, folks, before we see a series better than that. I don't know how many times I need to say it. Give IU their flowers, because that is an effort that is well deserving of one. The Warriors come away with the win. IU. Don't sleep on them, folks. Don't sleep on them. That's a good team. That is a very, very good team. But for now, that does it. We're not done quite yet. You can see Resh is already away from his desk. We're going to take one quick break. We'll be back for an interview. And then we will sign off for the 3rd time this week on NECC Placements. Although we still have 2 days left. It's daily streams, folks. We're not done. The grind starts now. We're just getting started. We'll be back in just a moment. See you guys in just a bit. And we are back. I am joined this time by Resh. First of all, 2 series, 2 of them in which they kind of had us in the first half. Cleveland State, they were a team that challenged us last year. And obviously I know you're new this year. You're an incoming freshman, you and Velocity both. Bluey will obviously remember the history with Cleveland State. Black rivals, you guys will see them again in the Great Lakes Esports Conference. History in Bluegrass. This time around, they played well in game 1. You guys adjusted, came back. IU, I mean, I've said it before. I don't know how many times on this stream. I'll say it again. They played well. I mean, they took you guys to 5 games. How are you? I mean, you were in it. You were there. You were in that 9-minute long game, 9-minute and 4 freaking second long game. How are you feeling coming out of those 2 series?
I mean, obviously at first, I think it's just something that we have as a team. Like every time we play a series, we just like first 1 or 2 games, like you were able to see it against Colombia and like pretty much all the games we played. I think it's just maybe we're trying to adapt as a team, like in the first 1 or 2 games, and then just everything smoothly, and we just whatever we play. Happened with Colombia, happened today. Yeah, I think we need to adapt, but I feel pretty good today. I think the team did as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to actually circle back now to IU. It was scary. I'm not gonna lie. At least from my end, it was scary. Those who have seen Indiana Tech's Rocket League history, there's only, I think, 2 people in this room right now who remember the streams from last year. Maybe 3. Our producer, I think, saw a few last year. I'm gonna look back at Bluey back there. You guys like to give me gray hairs. You guys like to scare me. I hope the mic picked that up. I probably did. You guys scared me. You guys scared me. I'm gonna lose my hair. It's gonna be gone by the end of, I think I saw, I think it was Kamikaze in the chat saying I'm gonna be gone. I'm not gonna make it through this season. If that happens, at least I went, doing what I love. But come on. I mean, I guess my point is, for that IU team, Coda and Mist and Pablo, they are 3 good players. Did that team surprise you? I guess how do you feel about that team now versus how you felt before?
Honestly, it didn't really surprise me. I was expecting it. Just like, once again, we had to adapt to playstyles, and I think we just played, I wouldn't say really bad, but like not as good as we used to be, just because we were trying too much burns, too much passes, and just about it in the end of game 3 or game 2. Then after this, we just won everything, so we just showed that we have to adapt and easy afterward.
Okay. I mean, we saw that in the series too. The first 2 games, I think I even called it out on the stream. You can watch back the footage at any given time. This video is going to live on the internet forever now. Especially, I didn't have any horrible voice cracks this time, which is kind of impressive for me. I definitely will for the next several days though. Anyways, I guess, kind of lost my train of thought a little bit, man. Wow, it's just gone. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about it. I mean, they played well. I mean, I think I called out on the stream that you guys were going for a lot of bumps, and I called it from Cleveland State into this series, and then all of a sudden, I wasn't talking about how you guys were playing slow and looking for the individual play while going for the bump. Next guy was following up. All of a sudden, you guys were scoring a lot and giving up very little. So we definitely saw that. I guess my last question for you is, obviously, shout out to Mr. Beppick and DJ TJ, who I don't think Beppick, he might have been here, he might have been lurking, but DJ TJ definitely was an analyst for a colleague, and they obviously did their own rankings and do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night lights, whatever. I mean, it's not Wednesday night lights because of NEL and SEL, but they originally had you guys ranked 23rd, I think, on Beppick's rankings. I think colleague, I don't remember where colleague had you guys ranked. It was around the same.
Yeah, always the same, man.
Beppick turned around and ranked you guys 18th. I think it was 18th, if I remember right. After your 4-2 win over Columbia. How do you feel, I guess, about that ranking now? And then what are your expectations and goals for the rest of the season in fall?
Honestly, at first, I was just frustrated about it a little bit because I know we deserve better than this ranking. But after hearing what Beppick said about that needs to see more about us, whatever, or show match, name it, I think I just fully understand what he said. Because we only played from EU a lot, plus Chloe, and we're only new here together in a month since we arrived here. So I think just with time, it's gonna put us higher.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess the end goal, where do you see yourselves by the end of the season, I guess, in that ranking? Let's get something bold here. Somebody get ready to clip this, because it's either going to live in infamy or Resh is about to look like a genius.
I mean, honestly, in CRL first would be really cool to be like top 16. But in the ranking, I believe if like the hours in, we could be top 10.
Okay. I think that's very, very reasonable. We'll see what other people say. I don't have the chat up right now, but I'm sure someone somewhere is saying something about that. We'll see. Only time's going to tell. So that will do it. Speaking of time will tell, we'll see how our League of Legends team does tomorrow as well. 5:30. It's a little bit earlier than this stream was. That'll do it tonight, though. The Warriors 2-0. Resh, thank you for joining me for this interview. And thank you all for joining us tonight for the Warriors on NECC placements. Again, that'll do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow, 5:30 for League of Legends. Have a good night, everyone.